This is the Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 94. We focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a man's point of view. First of all, we want to thank all of our new ones, our old ones, our OGs, and everybody who listens to this podcast. Thank you for hanging with the fellas. What up? On today's show, Justin Bieber wishes he waited till he was married to have intercourse.
Man, the thousands of condom companies that he has blessed are glad that he didn't.
You ain't lying. Strip clubs are opening back up, Kamal.
Man, I'm interested to see how a socially distant lap dance will look.
And Brian Austin Green looks like he's about to lose his lady. Not only that, the dude was so sprung over a girl, he made a serious change to his identity. All that and more right now. This is MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. Let's get this party started with the front page of our lives. Kamal, what's cracking with you, dog?
Man, a couple things going on, man. You know, I told you
What
that.
is it?
I told you that I was watching this series, the chick series with my girl.
Yeah. How's that?
I finished it.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I mean, we were both like, let's watch, let's see this thing to the end, man. And we watched like the last two episodes, and I will say, I was quite entertained.
Nice, entertained. That sounds good though.
The
way you said it was like quite entertained.
It got to a point where it was like I was making comments. Like, this is bullshit because she is tripping.
Oh, they got you.
They got me, man.
You ever watch like the Atlanta Real Housewives and all that stuff? You ever watch those shows?
Dude, my girl watches them constantly, right? That's her shit. Housewives of Atlanta, I think maybe Beverly Hills, and like I don't know if these are housewives, but like the Potomac.
Yeah.
Black chicks.
Okay.
And so she watches them. And I'll be in the room and I just, every single time, they're just always beefing or just like, you know, like when you said this, I was, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, could they ever just chill?
Yeah, some of those though, like I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch some soap operas. My mom would be off for 1 month, August, and she would start watching soaps. And by week 2, I'd be like, what's going on? What's Stefano say? I know the character. Did Tina drink the juice that Mitch gave her? What's going on? Like, I'd be hooked. And after a few years, it'd be like, it got to the point where I started looking forward to it. Like, oh man, when we going to get these soaps cracking to me and my sister? So my point making is, you know what? Sometimes these shows, they can be very addicting, dog, because that's what they're designed to hook you.
Yeah, I'll say the housewives, they can never get me.
And not getting you. That's how I am with like the Love of the Lee and the House HG shows.
Yeah.
When I see those on or the Hallmarks, I leave the room. Like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I might I'll be on my computer or something like that in there in the living room watching TV or TV's on and she'll have that stuff on, and the first beef, which is usually like within the next the first 2 seconds.
Yeah,
of me watching, I'm like, oh shit, dude. And
yep,
I'll get up
here
and
we
leave.
Go with the bullshit.
Or I'll walk in the middle of a fight. So you always walk in when they're fighting. Like,
nah, because they always fighting. That's what they do.
Always fucking fighting, dog.
I just finished a book, man, called Agent Zero by Jack Mars. When I tell you, Kamal, best book I ever read in my life, MRA approved, bruh. It's called Agent Zero. And that thing right there, it's finally, I used to always hear, man, it's a page turners or blah, blah, blah. From the moment this book started, I felt comfortable at ease because I always feel like books ain't for me. I always feel like they write books for women. It's usually a women writer or it's written for women. But this was finally a book that was, and it's a spy book. And I said, okay, I think I might like spy books because I was trying to read comics. I was like, this ain't working for me. I was reading like kid books. Like I'm reading a book with my daughter. Unschooled. I just finished that with my daughter in Houston. And it was almost torturous to the point. It was just like, I get where you're going. I know where this is going. Drive me crazy. Finally found one that I love. It's called Agent Zero by Jack Mars. And man, I just finished it. So then after that, I was like, all right, I can go to part 2 because that's the thing now with the books. They gotta, you gotta get a series. That's how they make their money, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, before I go into part 2, let me try this other book that I wanted to watch. I said, I'm gonna read. I said I watch, but I meant read. I'm gonna read Crazy Rich Asians. Nope. So far, I hate it, dog. It's the same feeling I get with damn near most books. I open it and I have to make myself read it. And so I am struggling through Crazy Rich Asians. It's just, I'm like, come on, man. Not for me. You see the movie?
Nah, I mean,
I haven't seen
it was
either.
on, and I think my girl was watching it. It was like, this shit just didn't seem interesting to me.
It's written by a dude, so I was like, maybe this would be good.
Nah. So I like detective books myself. I can read that and biographies. The thing about novels that kind of like make it boring for me is it's too much description. And I get why they do it.
Oh, my.
I get why they do it. Huh?
Why do they do it? Are they trying to fill pages?
Right, well, they're trying to paint.
That's what it feels like.
They're trying to paint the picture for you.
Man, they paint way too much, bro.
Right.
They could do it a lot quicker.
Right. And so,
that's why I feel like books are for girls, because it's all this detail and talking. Like, get to it, man.
I'm like, man, I skip so much chunks of like The Room, especially if it's not key to like the story. It's just basically the room was beige, and the kind of beige where you would, I don't give a fuck. It was a beige room.
I'm gonna try a detective book, man. Give me one, dog, because this Crazy Rich Asians, man. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I've never had it. I'm telling you, I normally read biographies or something that's like gonna make me. I always read for learning. I rarely read for pleasure. But when the Rona hit, my manager at the Comedy Store was like, I want everybody to, read a book, like Phil Jackson would say. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read a book, damn it. And so anyway, so give me one, man, or give me a author or something that
Walter
I can put
Mosley
in,
is like the only one I really read. So it's not like I read.
Is he black?
Yeah, he's a black dude, man. He writes you remember that movie, A Devil in the Blue Dress with Denzel Washington?
I heard of it. I think I seen it. Is that the dude all up in your bookcase?
Right. Walter Mosley, yeah. I read all his, well, I don't read all his stuff. I read his stuff on, so he does period pieces, but he also does like modern stuff. So all his stuff from like the 40s and 50s and 60s, I'll read that. So he's got a couple detective novels. Obviously, Easy Rollins, that's the guy from Devil in the Blue Dress.
Who's Easy Rollins? Is that a character?
That was Denzel Washington's character, right?
Okay.
So
is anybody fucking in the book?
Yeah. Denzel used to get it in. I mean, the guy Easy used to get it in. He gets it in, especially when he was younger. Next guy is like this Fearless Jones, and they kind of overlap the time period with the Easy Rollins. But
let me tell you what I'm looking for, man.
Okay.
I'm looking for action, a little bit of mystery, and definitely somebody is somebody macking. James Bond, because my dude in this book, he didn't bust no nuts in the whole book. I was like, really? We sat up here for all these days and nobody got no coochie? Nigga, please. But I did like he was a family.
I'll say the guy Easy, I think he knocked down 2 chicks.
Okay, that might work for me. Easy Rollins is his name. So what? I'm gonna look it up and see which one's the highest rated, because
I think Devil in the Blue Dress is probably the highest rated. I think that was his first one in that series. I think that was the one where like I think Bill Clinton commented on when he was president, and so like just boosted the sales.
Okay, we'll see, man.
Yeah,
all right, man. I appreciate that. We come back, man. We got some feedback from someone calling you out, Kamal, and later in the show, and somebody obviously, because they could call me out, but I like when they call you out even better. So they obviously know what they're talking about. And later in the show, we have a post nutboat story. Dude was so sprung over a girl, he made a serious change to his identity. Find out what he did soon. It's the MRA podcast. Hey guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it. We got some feedback, homie.
Do we now?
It's from Tarnisha. That's definitely a sister in Portland, which is, you wouldn't think that, right? It don't sound like that. Portland, we out there? We everywhere, man.
We out there.
Tarnisha in Portland says, come out. I think you may have lost your mind taking up for this guy who proposed with the same ring twice. That ring was not a family heirloom. Men mention that sort of thing. Come on now. That's short and sweet from Tarnisha in Portland. Would you like to have a rebuttal, Kamal? You are smiling at least.
Nah, man. I can't even defend what I said, man.
Was you in some man lie shit? Niggas making excuses?
Just trying to come up with something for the dude. Like, look, well, maybe. Nah, man, because my girl listened to it. She was like, that wasn't no damn family heirloom.
I'm glad your girl said that.
She said the same thing. He would have told her from the get, like, this has been passed down. Man. She was like, I wouldn't want no goddamn ring that you put. And I tried to like defend it, but you have to understand. And so I was like, man.
But where are you coming from? But why are you even taking that approach, man? If it's because you don't mind calling some things out, but for this thing, it seemed like to not bother you. Episode 93 we're talking about. Go ahead.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
I'm not into like the sentimental. It's the same ring. You got somebody. I mean, that's a woman thing. So obviously, I'm not tripping myself.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying I can't defend myself because I guess I'm being insensitive to like a woman's, wishes. But me personally, here.
You personally?
Yeah, like, hey, this ring, she didn't want it, you want it, yes. Not like, you want it, no, go to the store, take it back, which they won't, buy another ring. Like, take a haircut on the price because you probably have to pawn it or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Or my girl say, you can exchange it. I don't know, man, but...
You're thinking like a man. When we come back, man, we have a post-nut mode story, which is why this is why people tune in to hear a man's point of view. Kamal kept it real. I appreciate that. Our listeners all around the world, I hope they appreciate it too. When we come back, we have a post-nut mode story. A dude was so sprung over a girl, he made a serious change in his identity. Find out what he did next. It is the MRA Podcast. Yo, Kamal.
What's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013?
Yeah, man. I know, man. A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this album. This thing is coming out. Eventually. You got to finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually it's finally here.
Eventually it's finally arrived, man. And I was listening to it, man. This thing was funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about chingy or nothing like that.
There is some dated jokes in there. Like there's a reference to, it was before Michael Sam came out. Because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out. And I was like, wow, that's dated. Okay. But the juxt of it is everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still.
Yeah,
Caitlyn. Caitlyn?
He's Bruce in the album.
He's Bruce.
I don't talk about him,
but he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke. He was Bruce in this when I recorded this. But no, it's ready, man. It's out. Okay. It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called "Be a Man at All Times." All right, man, we got a post-nut mode story from a dude that lives in Ohio. He says, my name is Phil, and I live in Lorain, Ohio now, but growing up, I lived in Lexington, Kentucky. Mm-hmm. I have a story where I was not operating in post-nut mode. Back in high school, I used to be all into this girl named Alicia ever since I was a freshman, but she never noticed me. One day in the middle of my sophomore year, I got the guts to introduce myself to her. I said, hi, my name is Phil, blah, blah, blah. A few weeks later, she transferred into my history class, and I thought she's transferring in because she likes me. I remember the day she walked in. She saw me, and she said out loud, hi, Pete. My name is Phil, not Pete. But I didn't have the guts to set her straight. The teacher was like, I thought your name was Phil. This was my chance, and I still choked. I told the teacher, Mrs. Brown, my real name is Pete. Dog, that is so funny to me. She started calling me Pete for the rest of the year, and so did everyone else, including my friends. Finally, towards the end of my junior year, Alicia gave me some, and soon afterwards, I told her my real name is Phil, not Pete. Whenever I go back to my hometown in Lexington, some people still call me Pete to this day. Funny, I couldn't keep it real with her until I was in post-nut mode. That's from Phil in Ohio. Kamal, why is it that when you like a girl so much, it's hard to keep it 100, man? What is it, dog?
I mean, here's the thing, man. You don't want to give her any reason to shoot you down. So, man, you get the lying. Oh, I guess my name is Pete. Hey,
fuck it. It is Pete. I guess it's Pete.
Because I don't know if I correct her in front of everybody. Will that be a strike against me? So it's like, I cannot give this woman any reason to strike me down.
I love that so much.
Oh, man.
And that's what I love about this show, man. Women don't understand these things. They hear it. And my mom tells me all the time that she learned so much about men just listen to this show. They hear this show and they're like, really? Because a woman would just correct you. My name is Alicia, not Felicia. It's Alicia.
Because the thing about it is, it's not going to ruin any chance of me trying to No. It's not going to ruin.
They say whatever they want. Yeah. Now, they have no idea how we're held hostage by our desire to please them so that we can have our needs met.
Yeah.
It's funny is after he busted that nut, he was finally free.
Hey, my name is Phil, actually.
I love that, man. Coming up, Justin Bieber wishes he would have saved himself for marriage. And later in the show, a Dear Irby writer met the man of her dreams, but he doesn't have time for it anymore. Did she move on or stay? Find out soon. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, man? I just had to take a time away from the podcast to let you know. If you want an MRA hat, you can get you one. You know why? We got them for sale. 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 You can get you one in red, blue, black, whatever you want. Just go to the website, themrapodcast.com. That is themrapodcast.com and get you one. Kamal, Justin Bieber wishes he would have saved himself for marriage. Oof. We all have regrets in life, Kamal, and one of them is Justin Bieber's saying is having sex before marriage. Now, he has a Facebook watch show with his wife, and he says he wishes he would have saved himself. Now, the thing that killed me, Kamal, is his wife was like, I don't know about that. That would have made me throw up right then and there. First of all, when you're Justin Bieber, Kamal, you've had a lot of tail.
Yes.
Can you imagine being a teen heartthrob?
I can't imagine like basically when you have your choice. I told you about the roast of Justin Bieber, and they were all bagging on him and stuff like that. And afterwards, he gets his chance, his opportunity to shoot back, and he was shooting back at everybody. But then he kept it 100. Was like, look, I made a lot of mistakes, blah blah blah. But he said, at the end of the day, though, I'm still Justin Bieber, dog.
That's hilarious.
Like at the end of the day, like you niggas all came here to talk shit about me. I'm Justin Bieber. Like, dude, I'm gonna be okay tonight.
Still being Justin Bieber, yeah, man. I mean, listen, dude. I think about Beatlemania when I think about women going just absolutely crazy, right? Mm-hmm. But when you're a solo artist like Michael Jackson, like Justin Bieber, I mean, Justin Bieber's never been in a group. It's always been just him on stage, and he's never had to share the groupies. I mean, they all wanted him. I cannot and they were all down for whatever. I can't imagine all the tail that he could have just, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But I do believe there are some advantages saving yourself for marriage, especially if you think you're going to try to be faithful. Because it's got to be hard for Justin Bieber to be faithful. Could you imagine going from all that ass to one ass, man? That's tough, dog.
I don't think it's that tough. Let me explain why.
That's fine.
When you get so much, I think sometimes you can get burnt out where it's not. See, the thing about it is we don't have these experiences, right?
Yes.
We don't have this quote unquote ability to pull whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah, never had that.
Exactly. So it's still a struggle for us. So basically when we were active, you know what I'm saying? When I was active, it was like a lion going out to eat. Sometimes I might not catch that gazelle. I got to come home hungry. I got to deal with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas the guy in the zoo, oh yeah, man, you just keep feeding them. Now, do you think the lion who was in captivity who's getting fed now? I mean, he was out in the jungle. Then maybe he broke his leg or some shit like that, and they put him in captivity, and now they're feeding him. You think he misses being on the Serengeti chasing his meals?
He might miss his freedom.
Right. He might miss that, but I'm saying I think eventually he might slip up, once again, here and now. But I don't know if people like that, him, LL, some people just, it's so much. After a while, it's like, dude, these chicks don't even like me. They just like the fact that I'm Justin Bieber. And so when you finally get somebody who's like into him and he doesn't have to front for and all of that stuff, and he's like, I like her because I get to, be me. Where the groupies, they don't even give a fuck, really. They're climbing on my balcony. That's not really sexy to me after a while.
I just wonder what it's like for a lion who hunts to bite into some raw ass. That's probably an exhilarating feeling. It's kind of like pulling a girl at the club, man. It's nothing like when she's feeling you. It's like a lion using his speed, running, jumping, pouncing. His pouncing days are over. That's gotta hurt. Come out when you can't pounce no more, bro.
But here's the thing, Kyle. I think Justin Bieber was born in captivity. Really? He didn't pop like at Snoop's age, like 19 to 20. You know what I'm saying? That man popped at 13, 12?
Yeah.
He never was at the mall with his boys trying to get numbers, or what they do at his age, getting like the Facebook, whatever the fuck they do, the equivalent, the millennial equivalent to get numbers. I don't think he ever had to do that.
Well, I'll tell you somebody who has not gotten a phone number in a long time. Brian Austin Green, because he was young and famous. And when he was a teenager on Beverly Hills 90210, he had his pick. But boy, he's in trouble now. We're going to try to help him out. It's the MRA Podcast. Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA Podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to the show. Matter of fact, it's a majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we trying to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show. Kamal, Brian Austin Green is in trouble. Mayday. He needs our help, man. He is married to the ever so beautiful, ever so pretty, I should say. I don't want to say beautiful because I think there's a big difference. 34-year-old Megan Fox. They've been married for, 10 years. But Megan Fox was seen out getting the food and drink with rapper Machine Gun Kelly. Seen in Machine Gun Kelly's Aston Martin. They got food. He took her home. And then the Aston Martin was seen lined up in her guest line. He's obviously going in. The next day, Brian Austin Green posted a picture of a butterfly on a flower and included the caption, "Eventually, butterflies get bored of sitting on a flower for too long. They start feeling smothered. It's a great big reel and they need to experience it." By the way, his wife, Megan Fox, has a tattoo of a butterfly and a quote that says, "We will laugh at gilded butterflies." So she is the butterfly. They got trouble in paradise. Kamal, what you think? Are they in trouble?
It's only trouble if Brian Austin Green is like me. If he's anything like me, they're in trouble. But if he's like more understanding and open, if he's anything like your boy, they in trouble.
Dilly.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah, man. Dude, let me tell you something, man. I seen the red flags from the beginning. First of all, when they first got married, they got together when she was like 18. She met him on set. She met her husband on set. Guess who else she met on set? Machine Gun Kelly. Guess who else she met on set? Shia LaBeouf from Transformers, who she also hooked up with. She has a pattern of dating dudes that she meets on set. When she met Brian Austin Green, she said, "Oh my God, I have to be with you. You're not a threat. You're not some D-bag that's going to cause a lot of problems." Oh, really? So, well, let me get this straight. You're normally with D-bags, bad boys, and you've had your heart broken. So you decide you're going to go safe and get with Brian Austin Green because he's not a threat. And then you get tired of this dude because eventually you get bored sitting at home with no threats. You ain't been cussed out in months and years.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
You don't even know how to act. All kind of red flags come out. They got married in 2010, but before that, she called off their engagement. 5 years after they got married, she's the one who wanted to file for divorce, but then she called it back because they had a baby in the oven. Man, come out. I don't know, dude. They living apart.
No, I think he realizes, man, he's 46 and he's not as hot as he used to be. And he's got the young tender, and the young tender, probably still wants the status of, she just had like 3 kids. She wants the status of still basically just walking into the club and they just opening up the rope for her. Brian Austin Green can't do that anymore, man.
It's hard when a hot chick, she starts fearing her age. They start getting real desperate, Kamal.
Yeah, and she's having like basically some interest from the hot rapper who's still probably cool and he's got the connections and stuff like that. Brian Austin Green, man, he's got his 3 sons. He's 46. He's probably done with that Hollywood shit. He was doing it when he was 18, 19 years old. He's like, I'm done with that shit. Hey, baby, do what you got to do.
How would Kamal handle this before we get out of this subject?
Oh, she's made her choice. That choice is with me. So Goodbye. When I turn 46 and I'm out the game, guess what? You out the game.
We come back, man. The feds say Arkansas Mo mishandled his COVID loan. Is this a case of some nigga shit or a brother getting done dirty by the man? Find out when we come back. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, come on. We got listeners all over the world now, man.
Yep.
And I was wondering, man, what the people do while they're listening to our show. I know we got a guy in the Navy who's in Spain. He listens. We got a lady that drives a Lyft. She listens while she's driving her Lyft and has her customers listen too, which is absolutely hilarious. Cat in Brooklyn listens while he delivers some fish. Okay. We want to know from other people, man, how do you listen to our show? What are you doing? Hit us up on the social media. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I am at Angry Kamal.
And let us know what you're doing when you listen to our show. Kamal, what are you doing when you listen to the show?
Man, I'm usually chilling, man. I take the train to get my son from school.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, man. So I get the headphones on and I'll listen to it front and back. The problem is I'm coming back. Mm-hmm. He wants to talk. I'm trying to listen. So I have to, try to act like I'm paying attention to him. I'm really listening to my words of wisdom.
That's good, man. Yeah. Pretend like you're listening to your son while you're listening to the podcast. That's one way to do it. I usually listen to while I'm cleaning the house, man. I picked... Well, go ahead.
Domestic work?
Yeah, man. Oh, come on, dude. I wish I didn't have domestic work, but yeah, man. I usually listen to if I'm washing the dishes or folding laundry. I listen to any kind of thing that I don't have to think. Yeah, and I just get to listen. But I want to know what are the people listening? What are y'all doing? Let us know. Kamal, speaking of love and hip hop, I don't know if you've seen this guy on one of the shows, but I never heard of him until I read this story. Arkansas Mo has been arrested and charged with federal bank fraud after using millions of dollars from a COVID-19 emergency loan on jewelry. That brother got, I don't know, first of all, a lot of business have been trying to get the money. This brother somehow got $2 million because he has a trucking company, Flame Trucking. And then he allegedly went and got, damn it, Rolls Royce, cash in his pocket, all kind of crazy shit, man. What's your take on this story, Kamal?
Well, I think it's some nigga shit.
Hey, listen, man, I know that you can get into your inner Kamal Abdul Malik Shabazz sometimes.
Yes.
And defend the brother. But on this case, it sounds like what I'm hearing you say is no defense necessary. This is some nigga shit.
Well, I mean, based on the information that I have, like the lawyer is saying there's confusion on the rules and stuff like that. Well, I'll say this, man. My girl applied for one of those loans. Mm-hmm. I applied for one of those loans. I got a little chunk of change, you know what I'm saying, from my little writing gig and stuff like that. So little small business. And no, the rules are quite clear, especially if you have employees they want you to pay and all of that stuff. So I guess he's saying that his salary, he used part of his salary to buy all of this bullshit, which I guess that's his right. I guess if that's what his lawyer's saying, that's his right. And even if he's correct as far as he didn't commit any fraud and he used his portion of his payment to pay himself, the money to pay himself, and he bought all this shit, I still think that's a nigga's purchase. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's well within the rules of the law, and he followed everything. He spent $1.5 million in jewelry during the goddamn quarantine pandemic.
He leased a Rolls Royce. He spent $40,000 on child support payments and had $80,000 in cash at the house, $9,000 in his pocket.
He nigga leased a fucking Rolls Royce doing a stay home order.
Dude, nobody can see it. And he got that check and went nuts. $40,000 on child support. That is hilarious.
Oh, that actually makes sense. That's the one thing is like, okay, well,
I ain't mad at you for that.
Yeah, the man, that's the judge asking for that shit. So, but the other stuff, yeah, man, I think it's just some nigga shit, man. I mean, honestly, the federal government, they do bend, you know what I'm saying? They will take advantage of the black man and punish us unfairly.
Yes.
But this shit, man, I think when this is all said and done, a lot of people, you see a lot of businesses, a lot of schools getting shit, and it's like, wait a second, man, I think it was like, was it Sonic or...
The burgers?
Yeah, was it Sonic? It was like they got some money they weren't supposed to. Harvard applied. They was like, well, why is Harvard getting the money? They had to return the money. So I think a lot of these big-ass corporations, Lakers, it's like, all right, we'll return.
The Lakers, Shake Shack.
Yeah, Shake Shack, yeah. But they're gonna try. So my man, Arkansas Mo, he got it. But did he do the right thing? I'm not sure if he legally did the right thing, but basically just on the optics of it, he did the worst thing he could possibly do optically. Like, bought a bunch of bullshit.
And man, we come back. Strip clubs are slowly opening back up. We will let you know the details later in the show. A Dear Irby writer met the man of her dreams, but he doesn't have the time for her anymore. Should she move on or stay? Find out soon. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friends some entertainment to make that commute a little easier, or gives them some company on a workout or while they're cleaning the house, so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share. Kamal, Wyoming said because they had so few cases of the coronavirus that they were free to open up again, so they have bars and restaurants and things like that opening. And since they started opening, one of the strip clubs called The Den, they was like, well, shit, if we free to open, our girls got to get back to work.
Yeah.
So now they had a party where it was no clothes but masks. Masks but no clothes was the type of party they had, man. And customers got back in there, man. I personally think, Kamal, that stripping should have been an essential business all along because marriages need to be saved. How do you feel about the strip clubs opening back up, man? The Bucket Nakeds.
No, I definitely think it's an essential business. But the thing about it is, one thing about the guys, man, you give us an inch, we want to take the mile. So strip clubs open, right? Yeah. I want that lap dance.
I can't have a lap dance right now, bro.
And so it's like, then you start trying to politic with the owner and stuff like that. So I can see how it's like, you know what, fuck it, just close down because you want too much. So I can see this still being a problem because, you know, they're up there dancing. They got the mask on. So even if a chick has a butter face, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if she got a butter face, it's like you can't tell now. So everybody in there is fine.
You know, hey, man, they look good with them cat eyes, dog.
Yeah.
That's what they should do. Because some of the women in the strip club, man, they had the white mask on, like the surgical mask. Like, no, that's not sexy. They need to wear the veil where the cat eyes show and you can they almost look like they're in, like, you know, in the Middle East, not quite, you know, full burqa, but, you know, they got that genie look, you know what I'm saying?
Any mask on and you got barely clothes on, they all look fine. I remember like the old Bugs Bunny commercials and stuff like that. Motherfucker pull that mask off. They got the ugly face, but like they got that mask on. Motherfucker Bugs or Woody Woodpecker. It's like, okay, I'm feeling him.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
hey, the mask is something, man. That mask is magical, bro.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I go to the grocery store and Target, man. The mask, man, a lot of chicks is winning right now because of that mask.
Yeah, you can't see the grill.
You cannot see the grill, man. They winning.
You know what I like about it, man? TMZ, they will see, you know, just like we heard about Arkansas Mo and stuff like that, they will put the black man on blast when, you know, because TMZ, they wanted to show, they love showing that parties of black folks stripping in Chicago, packed house parties. But we ain't the only ones can't wait for the strip club to open back up, man. The white man, he need to see some cheeks as well. So I'm glad. But let me just say this about the strip club, man. Other than lap dances, other than the champagne room, it's kind of a safe place to go because let's just say me and you, we've never been to the strip club together. If we go, we're not going to be sitting too close to each other, Kamal, because this is just already a movie theater. We're going to have a seat in between. If I'm sitting with a boner, bro, we need at least 2 seats in between, bro. I can't have my dude too close to me if I'm aroused. That's number one. Number two, you're not even supposed to touch the girls anyway. So there's, other than the dudes breaking the law or the lap dancers, there's already supposed to be distance. Number three, when the girl is dancing on the pole, man, they're already supposed to clean the goddamn pole, man. They're supposed to Clorox them poles. So if you think about it, man, the strip club is probably a pretty clean place to play.
The only issue I have, and I understand like certain big businesses and stuff like that. Yeah. Like let's say these arenas when they open back up, you know, if you can't fill it to capacity because of the social distancing, are you losing money? You know what I'm saying? Keeping the shit open. You know what I'm saying? So basically, if the capacity is 400 at a strip club, but I can only get like 150 in here with the social distancing, everybody then doing their 6 feet, am I gonna make enough money at the bar? You know what I'm saying? To keep the lights on, to keep the all that shit. That's the only thing I'm like, I don't know if that'll work. Now, if they're just profitable where it's like, dude, all we need is 8 motherfuckers in, we turn a profit, then cool. But if the only way to turn a profit is You need that shit rocking and at capacity, which you could possibly do on a regular basis. I mean, on a regular, environment without the corona, but the corona is making it hard for you to get it full. And I can see man, we actually losing money by keeping it open. So I can see it being a problem.
The Raiders in Oakland was doing social distancing for years. So now they moved to Vegas. They trying to change that around, man. But, certain organizations, man, they used to an empty seat, man. I'm hoping that things change. And speaking to the NFL, man, when we come back, we got to talk about this Rooney Rule, man. They were talking about making some changes to it. Some people felt like it was disrespectful. Some people was with it. We'll talk about it when we come back. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, and you can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo. Find our names and just, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash. All right, Kamal, NFL owners had a vote this week on a resolution that would improve the team's draft position if they hire a person of color as the head coach or general manager. Let me break that down for our listeners. If your team, your favorite team, let's just say I'm a Raiders fan because I am. You're a Broncos fan because you are. If the Raiders hire a black GM who they had before they, brought in Chucky, the new Chucky for the second time. If they hire a black GM or if they fire Chucky and hire a black coach, they get a better draft position if this thing passes. They get a better draft position. Kind of like when Major League Baseball tried to do that thing where it said, if you win the All-Star game, you get home field advantage. That league gets home field advantage in the World Series. That's how much we want you to take the All-Star game seriously. I personally, Kamal, I don't like this rule. I understand I want more black coaches to be hired, but saying that you'll get a better draft pick just because you hire a black coach, it feels like some affirmative action shit. The Los Angeles Chargers, which I hate to say, I wish they were the San Diego Chargers, even though they sold worse than my Raiders. Their head coach is a brother. And a brother that is a good coach. He told CBS Sports Radio that he believes the league is trying to do the right thing. This isn't the way to do it. He said, I think there is a lot of qualified African-American coaches that could be head coaches in this league. I just pray that we do our due diligence and give these guys an opportunity. There's some qualified applicants, and they need an opportunity. And I think this is out of desperation. This is something that has been thrown out there. Come on, what's your take on it, bro?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think I don't agree with this rule at all. Yeah, man, it's rewarding a team for not necessarily their performance. It's because they hired somebody. So if I got what if I have the number 2 pick? And let's say, this is 98, so somebody equivalent to like Peyton Manning is available. And I go ahead and hire a black coach, and I get the number 1 pick, get that Peyton Manning pick. And if I was the number 1 pick who already had my shit solidified, we already have our coach, man. We're not looking for a new coach. We already have our GM. We're not looking for a new GM. I would be pissed. I could see this creating more animosity towards the races and not, bringing anybody together. I can see somebody who gets the gig just so they can get the draft capital, just always wondering, why did I really get hired? Was it because I was qualified, or they just wanted to improve their draft status? And so I think it'll cause way more doubt now in the person's ability, not knowing if he was the right hire, or just because, the owner wanted to get the next Andrew Luck. And that was the way we can vault another team. And I can see a lot of like white coaches and GMs just being pissed off because that's the only reason why this guy got the job over me is because of draft status. And so, like Anthony Lynn said, he thinks they're trying to do the right thing, but this is the wrong way of doing it. I don't like it. I hope it doesn't pass.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to fix how to fix the problem of getting more black coaches and GMs. I really don't know, because like Anthony Lynn says, a lot of people do hire people who look like them, talk like them, just more comfortable around people who look like them. I know if I'm hiring a staff and I have my pick, nobody's influence, I'm gonna hire my boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if my boys can't do it, I'm gonna take their recommendations, and chances are you guys' recommendations are gonna probably be black as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so I can see that white people doing the same thing. Now, are they consciously saying I'm only gonna hire white people? No, I don't think that. I think they want to win, but basically, I think that when it comes to hiring and firing, it's going on recommendations. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of their recommendations, just people in the same fraternity as them, people who went to the same schools as them, people who, in the same locker rooms as them. And oftentimes, if it's a white guy, he's going to look like another white guy. And if it's a black guy, chances are it's going to be another black guy. So I think I think that's just the way it is, man. And I don't know how to fix it, but I think it definitely needs to be fixed, though.
It definitely needs to be fixed, man. It's a problem, man, when Lovie Smith wins 10 games in Chicago and gets fired. I mean, the black coach, the leash is so short. You think about Tyrone Willingham and Notre Dame. They got rid of him so fast, but Charlie Weiss came in and he got to stay for a while. It's like, come on, man. There's definitely a double standard. Black coaches definitely got to do their part. But they're also trying to win, so they want to go with the quote-unquote best coaches, and not a lot of black coaches have the experience to be the best coaches. So it's a tough situation, but at least we're looking at it. We don't have the solution yet, and it's okay to say we don't have the solution yet, but we definitely ain't got to try to throw some shit together, because that's just not going to work either, man.
When it comes to black people in sports, I want to say anything. I want to say any job that's usually like given to a white person or something like that. Black people got to knock it out of the park. We can't be
President Obama.
We cannot be mediocre.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, black people just can't be mediocre. They got to kill it like Venus and Serena.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can't be like the 200th ranked tennis player and keep a career.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? They have to be like Tiger Woods. They have to be number one. They can't be the 40th ranked golfer and being on the tour. They can't be a mediocre football coach. They can't be 500 or, you know what I'm saying, a mediocre quarterback. Nah, man. They have to either be great or they're not going to succeed. And it sucks, like, bringing up Jameis Winston a couple of weeks ago. It's like, or was it last week where I brought up Jameis Winston? He's got to be great. He's got to be great. He can't be, mediocre. The coach,
Kansas City.
What's his name? Jim. What was the guy's name? The coach for
Black or white?
Black. The Detroit Lions coach.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was taking them to the playoffs, but they were losing first rounds. After a while, he got fired, and then Matt Patricia comes in, and they fucking instantly suck.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? But Matt Patricia, they're not gonna fire Matt Patricia for sucking. But they were fired. I forgot the guy's name, man. Jim
Caldwell?
The black coach. They fired him after a while because he couldn't take him to the promised land. But Jim Clemens can't take him to like fucking mediocrity. They're sucking. I mean, I'm sorry, Matt Patricia. And that's
Jim
the way
Caldwell.
it is, man. We have to kill it. We have to have years of greatness for us just to sustain our jobs. Whereas like others, they don't have that. They don't have that fear. They can be mediocre and still keep their.
Oh yeah, they get to be mediocre. That's some white privilege. White people do not understand the right to be mediocre, man. And that's one of my favorite Chris Rock jokes, man. When he said,
I will give you an example of how race affects my life. Okay, I live in a place called Alpine, New Jersey. Live in Alpine, New Jersey, right? My house cost millions of dollars. Hundreds of houses for black people. Mary J. Blige, Jay-Z, and Eddie Murphy. Me, I'm a decent comedian. I'm all right. Mary J. Blige, one of the greatest R&B singers to ever walk the earth. Jay-Z, one of the greatest rappers to ever live. Eddie Murphy, one of the funniest actors to ever do it. Do you know what the white man that lives next door to me does for a living? He's a fucking dentist. He ain't the best dentist in the world. He ain't going to the Dental Hall of Fame. He don't get plaques for getting rid of plaque. He's just a yank your tooth out dentist. See, the black man gotta fly to get something that the white man could walk to.
Hey, man, we come back. We have a Dear Irby writer who met the man of her dreams, but he doesn't have time for her anymore. Should she stay or go? Find out next. It's the MRA Podcast. Are you yelling at your radio right now? You know, what the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. You know, just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at the MRA Podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
You know, so we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yes, man. Just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into this Dear Irby letter.
Let us.
Dear Irby, I've been single for 2 years. I was engaged twice before, and my most recent ex broke it off just 3 days before our wedding to get back with the mother of his children. I was devastated and took a couple years off of dating to work on myself. I met this great guy on a jog through this big park near my apartment. He is really nice to me. He has a great job for a computer software company. He makes really good money. He is handsome. He works out, loves dogs. This guy is perfect. He did share with me that he's had a lot of girls in his past and he never really saw himself settling down, but he could see himself changing for me because he likes me that much. The feeling is very mutual. I really like this guy. We had an instant connection, became fast friends. We saw one another almost every night at first, but then once quarantine hit, we started slowing down to 2 days a week. And now I see him about once every 2 weeks. He said things are picking up at work and he does not have time for a girlfriend right now. But he still likes me. He just doesn't have time. I really like this guy, so I have 2 questions. And please let me know, even if you don't read my letter on the air. I just need to know. 1, should I wait for him? 2, do you think another girl took my spot? Laura in North Hollywood. Come out. What you think, dog?
I don't know if a girl took her spot. She might have just been, just a victim of the corona, man. A lot of people losing their jobs and shit like that. Man, you can lose your spot. It's not just a girl, a specific girl, but girls in general. So my question to Laura in North Hollywood would be, was it your suggestion that you guys take a break during the coronavirus? You know what I'm saying? Maybe were you like, oh, we should probably not be around each other in self-quarantine? He was like, oh, word? Okay.
Hilarious.
All right, well, good luck with that. Or was it mutual? If it's mutual, man, you guys both decided that it wasn't, appropriate for you guys to spend so much time together during the quarantine, then maybe it truly is work. And he's working so much, he's saying, I don't have time for a girlfriend. Maybe it's not other girls. He really is like, dude, I'm working my ass off right now doing the software thing because more people are working from home and the demand is higher and stuff like that. So if you need me to be on the phone with you talking goo goo gaga, I don't got the time for that. And you have to accept that. And so, yeah, it might be, maybe you should wait for him for business to slow down or when it opens back up. If the decision for you guys to back off each other was mutual, if you suggested it, it's quite possible that when you backed up, somebody else slid in. It's quite possible, and you got to live with that. Now, if it was his choice to back up, again, it's probably truly work related, and, you probably have to just wait. I think you should wait. I don't know how long you're willing to wait. I don't even know the appropriate time that you should wait. But if you guys are still seeing each other once every 2 weeks, I'll take it. Maybe you want to increase the calls and stuff like that just to see. Now, if he's avoiding you, that could be possible. But it could also be work, man. This is one of those things you just don't know. Maybe you just play the cards you dealt with right now. Take the once every 2 weeks. See if you can start adding more days if possible. saying that we're about to start opening up the country soon. So let's start, seeing open up this relationship. I mean, not an open relationship, but just starting to see each other a little bit more, see what he says, see if he's open to it. But yeah, man, you might be another victim of the Rona, not just financially, but socially. It sucks, but it is what it is, man.
Kamal, that's great insight. I don't agree with none of that shit. But it was great insight. First of all, you be killing me with this stuff, man. You should have been a lawyer in your other life, Kamal, where you said, "Did you end it?" I love that. That's the writer in you, man, that sees angles and nobody else saw. Hell no, it wasn't her job to take a break during the Rona. She's pressing. She's sprinting. She's loving this. She wants all the time she can. He had to pump the brakes. He's the one that's busy. Things are picking up at work. I don't have time for my girlfriend right now. Let me tell you something, dude. Does anybody have time for a girlfriend? Honestly. I mean, things picking up. Having a girlfriend is work, Kamal. I remember when I was in high school, we used to joke. We used to be like, man, I got to go clock in. Dude, having a lady is clocking in. Even when you're not barely getting along with your lady, you still got a long time. That they all want your time.
Yeah.
But I got some questions for Laura. Man, I'm trying to not be rude. Engaged twice before. That lets me know you want to be married. Okay. Mm-hmm. He broke it off 3 days before our wedding to get back with the mother of his children. Okay. Laura, I don't want to do this, but you're asking me, and I have to. I have to do this, Laura. It might be you. I don't want to say it, but it might be you. Just like Kamal said, hey, maybe the ring was a family heirloom. I'm going to say it might be you, Laura. When a dude leaves his girl for his baby mama, part of that is guilt, especially if their dad wasn't there. They want to make sure their kid has a dad. But part of that is because you may not be wife material. They like you, but there is a difference between a girlfriend and wife. And do you remember, you ever seen The Parent Trap, Kamal?
I know the story, but no, I don't think I've ever seen it.
All right. So in The Parent Trap, these twin girls, who played by the same woman, they wanted to get their parents back together. The dad had a new chick, and the new chick was hot. But she wasn't good with kids. A lot of times, I don't know if Megan Fox is good with kids. If I had to guess, though, if I had to guess, I don't know. This is so unfair, but I'd have to guess no. It's something about being a hot chick and being a mom. I know women want to be like, I'm a hot mom. Sure. But being a hot chick takes a lot of time. Exercise takes a lot of time. Dieting. The reason why moms tend to get big, those arms start to get big, that body starts to get big, is because they're focused on other shit than their own self. They're focused on their kids all the time. So their self starts to fall. And then, of course, guys will complain that they girl let themselves go. I get it. But my point is, there's something about the woman that could be super hot with kids. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because of The Parent Trap, that girl, she did not handle the kids well. She was always snapping at the daughters. And for a guy, it's like, that's not attractive. You don't marry. That's why dudes ain't married. I mean, sometimes, but you don't marry the supermodel. You marry the wife and mom. They're different. I'm sorry. They're just different. Claire Huxtable, she was both. But that's TV for the most part. You know what I mean? It's hard to be super hot. And I'm not saying, nothing in this says she's super hot, Kamal. But what I'm saying is she can get dudes to propose, because I'm asking myself, why can she get dudes to propose twice? There's women that have never been proposed to. How does she do it twice? She's probably fine. Why did
she's really thirsty too, man. Probably like getting, talking about marriage.
Yeah.
Throwing
always
the
brings
hints.
it up. throws hands, and gets the guy sprung. This guy was sprung. This is my take on it, Laura. Your dude got sprung on you, and he probably started neglecting his job. And he probably was in prenup mode when he was neglecting his job. But once he hit post-nut mode, he got back to his senses and started focusing on his career. That is my take on it. So the question is, should you wait for him? You damn right you should wait for him. Why not? You got another option? Take that. But right now, I don't think you have another option. Wait for him. Do you think another girl took him from me? Maybe, but I hope not. I think right now it really is the job. If it's another girl, I bet you it's a maternal type, because that's the dudes. That's it happens all the time. You ever seen a dude with a woman? You're like, man, why he with her ugly ass? You're like, how did she pull him? She knew how to treat him.
Well, I'll say this, though, man. What if it's not just the maternal type, but it's just the fun type who's not trying to settle down, who's not trying to, get married? Because those types are out there, too.
And
you
he
see
has
somebody
options.
who's trying to be in a relationship, or it's like, this chick wants to, relationship. This other chick just wants to have fun.
Yeah.
Fun is way more attractive
than somebody trying to lock him down. And the fact that she's been engaged twice, it sounds like, Laura, and I'm sorry if this is coming off cold, but it sounds like you are trying to lock a dude down. And if he has options, that makes me wonder if it is another woman that's a lot more free-spirited and not trying to figure out how to get married. Because if he has friends, he's heard what happens when you get married. I just was watching Bad Boys, and my daughter loved. I forgot how good Bad Boys 1 was. I hasn't seen it since it came out. Loved it. She loved it. But Martin Lawrence, he wasn't getting none at home. I'm like, that is a classic thing. What happens? He's like, yeah, I sleep next to her, but I don't get to fuck her. There's so many dudes. Raise your hand if you know a guy that's been through that. I know a guy. I'm not even saying me. Do you know a guy that's been through that, Kamal? Have you met a guy that stopped getting some when he got married?
I really don't talk to like dudes. I don't know, man. Now I talk to a plethora of men who are just miserable.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a sex thing, but they can't stand being married. They hate this shit.
Yeah.
I know way more dudes who complain about their marriage than dudes who are happily married.
All right, well, we'll take that as a point. The point is, Kamal, this guy has friends. He's heard that it's not necessarily something to look forward to, which is weird because women have friends too, and they complain about it too, but they still want that championship ring. Not the point. So yes, does he have another girl? Either if he's trying to get married, maybe she's the type you actually want to marry, or she's not pushing him to get married. But but I don't even think it's another woman right now. I really think it's his job, and I'm happy that he's pulling back because of his job. Should you wait for him? Absolutely. If you guys have a Dear Irby letter, send us an email at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
Man, at Twitter, Instagram, at Angry Kamal.
I'm at Kyle Irby, KYLEERBY, at the MRA Podcast. KyleIrby.com is my website. The MRApodcast.com is where you can find both of us. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
Let me get back in this piano, dog. It's been a minute. MRA.